I'm excited. I'm excited because Paul Cox is already here. And after last week's programme, Paul, seriously, after last week's programme, I was so worried. I messaged my mum and I was like, what was that? Because we basically didn't have stories. We just spoke about tinned meats and...
But wasn't it fun?
It was so much fun and everyone loved it.
I had lots of good feedback as well, actually.
And talking about good feedback, so... I got up to stuff at the weekend. You know, we're talking about tinned meats and specifically aspic.
Yes.
And I was sending you photos of tinned meats in aspic.
Meat in jelly.
Yeah, I've been making terrines. Look at this. Look at the size of this.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
But it does look a little bit like dog food, Alex.
Well, it is. It's human dog food. There you go, folks. That is, I made a pressed ham hock terrine, which, yes, is the size of some giant's dictionary. I can't say it tastes great, if I'm honest with you.
It didn't?
Well, it's edible.
Well, edible's not good enough, is it?
I've got a lot of it to work through, is all I'm saying.
What did you have it with?
I had it for breakfast this morning. I was like, well, I better get started on that terrine.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
Terrine for breakfast? That's one way to start the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just a bowl of terrine, please.
Basically, yeah. Hands and knees on the floor. That's exactly how it was before I went out the cat flap. Yeah, no, I had it for breakfast. It was my first effort at making a terrine, and I think it should probably be my last.
And there's different meats in there, or is it all the same meat?
Well, so I used ham hock. I cooked, it was a smoked ham hock. This is why I think I went wrong, because I'd read this recipe of like some ham hock in a bit of cider. I love my cider, so I was like, that sounds great. So yeah, I cooked my ham hock in perry. I thought I'd be a little bit, you know, different. And I thought I'll put bits of chopped up pear, you know, that nice sweetness of the pear. Yeah, terrine. That will cut through the saltiness and the smokiness of the ham hock.
What keeps it all together? Because it's like jelly.
Gelatin, yeah. So oh, yeah, you get your juices, you put your gelatin in, and you... In fact, the first attempt was it was ultra good. So this is how mad it got.
This is the show, folks.
Yeah, this is the show. I love my butchers. It's so good. I was in my butchers buying things because I was making some partridge en crepinets.
Of course you were.
Of course I was. That's what I do.
I forgot to do it last week, but I'm glad you didn't.
Entertain myself, making all my different multi-stocks. And so I went in, and to make partridge breast en crepinette, I needed caul, which is the intestinal lining of something or the other.
I didn't know that.
It's the coolest cooking product. It's like...
The intestinal lining of something or other. I guess it doesn't matter.
It's like nature's own cling film. It's sort of like,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's like, it holds all the guts of some sort of ruminant in place, and you can just strip it out of the carcass, and it's sort of really got all this sort of like wiry pink. Traditionally. Yeah. So I got caul, and they sell it frozen. And so when I sort of making my partridge breast en crepinette, I used about this much caul, and I had about a ton left in some ghoulish looking baking tray, just, you know, defrosting in water, all the water was going pink with blood and stuff. Beautiful. Anyway, I remembered in the butchers them saying, with leftover caul, you could make a terrine. And I was like, funny, we were talking about terrines. So I'm in my kitchen making my crepinettes and drinking as I go and listening to some music, and then I make my terrine, and then I sort of like, you know, put my caul in the bottom of my tin that I was using, and then I poured my terrine in and then put it to set in the fridge. And then I was speaking to my parents, and they were like, aren't you supposed to cook that? And I was like, well, no, because all the ham hock and stuff is cooked. And anyway, it turns out that I hadn't cooked the caul, so I woke up at 3 in the morning, really worried, and went down and had to redo my entire terrine in the early hours of the morning. At 3 a.m.
I've got a little dish called sausage and chips that I need to introduce to you. It's just so much, it's hardly any trouble at all. It takes about half an hour. It's just as lovely.
Do you know, I actually have a mincing machine, and I keep planning on making my own sausages.
Of course you do.
I'm weird. We've got some breaking news, I'm told. Right. Downing Street has insisted the case for the Chagos Islands deal was crystal clear after Lord Mandelson claimed there had been a wobble over it within government. Who's still listening to Mandelson? The former ambassador to the United States, who is at the centre of a storm over his ties to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein, claimed there were concerns over the cost and legal necessity of the agreement under the deal, which will cost us 35 billion squid over the next century. The UK will then hand over the British Indian Ocean Territory to Mauritius, but then lease back the UK-US military base on it at Diego Garcia. In a Times interview, Lord Mandelson said that in the spring of 2025, he became aware of a serious wobble in London over the agreement and its sellability to the British public. Well, there you go. It's a rubbish deal. Do you know what I want to know? You've got all these characters who are knocking about that barrister's chambers, all of Keir Starmer's best mates. They were the ones writing this deal in the first place. I think that, at the very least, needs a bit of sniffing around in.
Absolutely. I don't think we will get that sniffing until after this Labour government are gone, and fingers crossed that's quite soon. I wonder if this is Mandelson now stirring the pot.
Yeah.
The beginning, because he is the Lord of... What's he called? The Prince of Darkness.
Dark Lord, Prince of Darkness, Dark Mandelson, Dark Pete.
Peter Underpants is what I call him now.
Peter Pants.
Peter Pants.
Or Pete Pants. Yeah, who knows? Oh, Scandalson. I heard that one the other day. Scandalson's good, yeah. Scandalson's good. But, yeah, no, they're dreadful, this lot. It's just all of these blimmin' barristers, because it's the Labour Party of the 1.0, the Blairite lot, with, is it Matrix Chambers, Doughty? They're all these human rights barristers who basically, when the Labour Party get elected, run the country, and yet themselves don't seem to be elected.
There's so many different factions within Labour, because you're right, McSweeney is a big part of what's going on behind the scene at the moment. He's on a puppet master.
Who is the puppet master?
So, Blair.
Is it still Blair?
But who's looking after Blair?
Who looks after Blair? Well, he's on that peace thing, isn't he? Trump's fake
Which
UN
is mad,
thing.
isn't
Fake
it?
news UN.
Which is absolutely mad.
So crazy. So the guy who loves bombing the Middle East, come, join the little collection of
Doesn't make any sense at all.
With that guy from Belarus. He loves a bit of peace, he does.
The more you look into the stuff, the murkier it gets. I mean, you just think this stuff happens sort of organically, and there are mistakes here and there are wrong-uns there, but there is no mistakes and no coincidences. Right. Everything that's going on is just very murky.
That's what I think. Do you remember, by the way, that time during COVID when Tony Blair had a mullet?
Yes.
Wasn't that
Great
harrowing?
times.
What was that?
The Blair mullet. I do remember.
The Blair mullet was a thing. Why was Cherie not cutting it? Everyone else cut their husband's head, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
What did you do during COVID?
Because I've got curly hair, I just let it grow. I just grew it out. I just went free. It's like a sheep.
Well, he became Brian May. Or during the pandemic, Matthew, I'm going to be.
I just got hairier and ate banana bread. When was the last time you ate banana bread? I bet it was 2020.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I like banana bread, it's quite good.
Yeah, but you probably make it with gelatine and ham.
Well, I'm doing a keto diet now, so I'm always making things with offal and guts. And,
by the way, I'm so glad that breaking news wasn't mega serious, because you and I were having the silliest chat ever.
We're getting weird.
I thought, oh my God, please don't let it be the king.
No, that's the worst, isn't it? Imagine that. Actually, I've got my black top on ready, so I would just sort of Superman style, whip off the green jacket, and I'd be ready in morning. And I'd be like, some serious news now, in between discussions of spam and terrine. It's fun cooking weird stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't cook a lot. I'm not a great cook, actually, much a disappointment of many people around me, but I've never cooked a terrine, I can tell you that. Never.
Yeah, it's not really worth it.
No.
That's all I'm going to say. Just buy it from the shop.
Yes. But you had to go, didn't you?
It's quicker, it ain't that expensive, and it probably tastes better than the weird thing that I've made. You'd have to love someone a lot to be eating that. Although, waste not, want not, I am going to go home
I'm sure you are.
feast
That's
on
breakfast for a month, isn't it?
Yeah, no, night and morning, that's serene. Trump. Apparently, he's about to sue Harvard University now. Did you know about this? Why is he suing them? He sues everyone.
Well, he was suing all of the universities, and most of them. It's because they're a failure to prevent the sort of anti-Semite, anti-Israel sentiment on campus. So we've seen it here, they've seen it there, and their DEI multiculturalism drives have basically led to it being okay to be anti-Semitic. He's clamped down on all the universities and said, look, I'm going to hold on to all of your grants and all of your funding until you change what it is you're doing.
You go back to being the Ivy League and not jihadi training camps,
exactly.
basically.
But Harvard have kicked back, and they didn't. And they were about most. I think Brown and some of the other universities paid out, and I think there was a rumour last year that they were going to give Trump's administration 500 million and then they can get their grant money back. But they said no. So he's going double. He's going 1 billion.
Is it?
1 billion.
1 billion, what, for Harvard alone?
Yeah. He wants them to pay, I assume, I don't know if it's him, I assume the government.
It's the administration, so it's the American people's.
Yeah, he wants 1 billion quid now.
I love that. He just ups the ante all the time, doesn't he? If they don't pay, it's going to be 2 billion.
Well, even if he doesn't win this stuff, it must cost hundreds of millions to fight him. Yeah, I mean, to fight the US government in the court must take tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. And I can't see how they would just be best accepting it, because he's already said on one of his Truth Social posts, I think yesterday or the day before, he's having nothing to do with Harvard anymore. The government are having nothing to do with Harvard.
Well, what was he having to do with it?
I don't know.
Was he lecturing there secretly and we didn't know?
Imagine going to a Trump lecture. That'd be amazing. On hairstyling.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've always wondered that the orange thing. I mean, what is that?
That's a lot of prep. Well, I assume it's some sort of... It's not from Boots, I don't think. But he must have a deal with someone.
I don't know, because it's clearly not from anywhere that knows how to match makeup to skin tone. It's not, it's not high quality. Because it's definitely just the face, isn't it?
Yes. Well, I don't...
Because it doesn't seem natural tan. Does he actually sort of wake up and lacquer himself in creosote?
There's a whole... there's a regime, isn't there? He probably gets up at 3 a.m. every morning. 200 or 300 people work on him, the hair, the skin. I assume it's all above the neck. I don't know if he
just sort of stands there proudly like
maybe
this and he gets sort of polished.
Maybe he just wakes up like it.
Maybe he just doesn't sleep.
Maybe he doesn't.
Do you know he's teetotal?
Yes, he always has been, hasn't he?
Yeah. It wasn't because his brother was an alcoholic.
His eldest brother died of alcoholism.
Yeah, it's quite sad. Did you watch that the movie thing?
I haven't done, no.
Do you know what? Because everyone was bracing themselves for it to be really anti-Trump, and that's what it was supposed to be. Clearly, the intention was to make him look like an absolute buffoon. And I come out the other side learning things about him and thinking, I quite like him.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I think there's quite a lot to like about Donald Trump. It's just that if you're against him, it feels like it becomes people's personality. I know people, I've met people who have made their whole life focused on being anti-Trump, and in reality it makes no difference to their day-to-day living whatsoever. Even if you're pro-Trump in this country, it doesn't make too much difference. For us, he seems like an ally. He seems like I don't know. He's a bit of a superhero, actually, because
I love him.
What's going on in this country is madness.
It is so mental.
And he seems to be doing the antithesis of that in America, and we're saying, can we just do a little bit more of that, please? Everything he's doing seems to be just what's required to return America back to traditional values, and would be returning us back to traditional values.
And he's literally there doing this all over the world as well, because he said to his attaché or whatever it is over here, that woman, I don't know her name, Undersecretary of State for something or the other, that woman is a term of endearment, by the way, given that I am that Alex woman. Yeah, that exactly. Woman is like, I just don't know her name. But he's basically said to them, can you report back on all the sort of egregious things they're doing? And she's doing it. Yes. I love that. So he's trying to sort out the UK, sort out France, sort out Germany, sort out the Netherlands, put the EU back in its box, bomb Iran. He's a busy man.
Bomb Iran, that could be next week. Couldn't I keep hearing it's next week?
Oh, really?
I keep hearing it. Just from anonymous accounts on X.
Yeah.
There isn't anyone telling me.
I love it. I love using intel jargon.
Yeah.
I follow things online and people were talking about these protests, the anti-ICE protests, which are clearly people are tooling up and coordinated in signal groups in a pretty sinister
in
way.
one particular state, by the way. You'd think, if you listen to the left, even in this country, that's proliferated all over the states. It's just in Minneapolis. That's the only place it's happening.
I felt really sorry for Liz Truss when she did an interview with The Telegraph and she said, it looks like an insurgency, when that's being spoken about quite a lot in America. A lot of people are saying, look, these people are organising very professionally online. Some of them are trying to use vehicles as rams. It's coordinated. They work in shift work, blah, 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 blah. And that's what she pointed out, which is true. Yeah. And everyone's like, there she goes again, old mad Liz.
It sticks. It's such a shame. I watched 2 interviews or podcasts with her last week. I think one was with The Express, one was with The Telegraph. And every time she does come out, she does come out like it makes sense. What she was trying to achieve during her 49 days seemed to make perfect sense to me. We needed a change.
Yeah.
And it feeds into these conspiracy theories that the blob just aren't going to have that level of change.
No, they'll do anything. They will do anything to pull the rug from under someone's feet. But I went down deep on wormholing about all these anti-ICE protests. So I've now got words like OPSEC hygiene.
I've no idea what that is, but...
No, I don't really. But, it's a bit like saying,
Great.
well, I've been looking at all these declassified informations on You've just been reading some tweets, haven't you?
Exactly.
Let's be fair. You've just been doom scrolling.
That's all my research.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's good OPSEC hygiene.
I've made hour-long videos based on reading 6 tweets.
Have you used Grok yet? Because,
yeah, a lot.
I love
ChatGPT, and Grok's better because Grok is slightly not so left-leaning. If you ask ChatGPT to do something, it sort of says...
Gives you like Mao Zedong's manifesto.
Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
No.
I did ask it once. This is probably a good thing for ChatGPT. I did ask it once to fake a photograph of me with Epstein. I said, could you make a photograph of me with Epstein? They said, no, we just won't do that, Paul.
See, when this whole thing came out about, Grok putting people in bikinis and stuff.
They got rainy today, didn't they, in Paris?
Oh, gosh, we got to talk about... I've got to break something else now, blimmin' heck. This is supposed to be Weird Hour, not News Hour. Can you stop running in with bits of paper, Chris? Blimey. OK. Serious tone. Police assessing claims that a woman was sent to Andrew's home by Epstein in 2020. Thames Valley Police is assessing a claim that a woman was sent to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's home in Windsor by Jeffrey Epstein in 2010. The encounter allegedly took place at the Royal Lodge, the former Duke's residence at the time, when the woman, who was in her 20s, her lawyer told the BBC earlier this week, a Thames Valley Police spokesperson said, "We are aware of reports about a woman said to have been taken to an address in Windsor in 2010 for sexual purposes. We are assessing the information in line with our established procedures. We take any reports of sexual crimes extremely seriously and encourage anyone with information to come forward. At this time, these allegations have not been reported to Thames Valley Police by either the lawyer or their client." Andrew has not commented on the latest claims, but has previously denied any wrongdoing related to Epstein. So there you go, another woman who's come forward saying that she was also shipped right into the heart of the royal estate. I mean, that guy tried his luck, didn't he?
Yes, I think it's just it shows an arrogance. It's a behind the velvet curtain stuff, isn't it? It shows. By the way, the breaking news keeps getting slightly more serious. So
I know. I'm really worried.
If Chris comes in again,
yeah.
I'm going to have to just rein it in a little bit. But it just shows the arrogance. The arrogance they always assumed that it wasn't an issue, and because of who they are, they could get away with it. I'm a royalist. I love the royal family. But
I don't know. They must have known. I mean, this is the man. Have you ever seen the footage of all those weird teddy bears on his bed that he makes the maid like put in specific places?
Andrew, no, I'm not saying that.
You don't know about the teddy bear thing?
Don't. That sounds disgusting.
It's very weird.
Imagine if he went back there. It's just teddy bears.
No, but literally, he had like 50 teddy bears, and they all had to sit in a specific place on his bed.
No way.
Yeah, way. We're going to have to clarify this during the advert break.
I mean, it sounds great. Did you read it on X?
That was OPSEC hygiene applied to my OSINs, that was. We're going to Google it. And do you know what? We'll ask Grok.
Yes,
anyway.